Zero to hero, the first big day at the bike park. Riders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where you know we only talk e-bikes. And today, Nick is doing his first big day in the mountains. If you haven't been following it, we're doing a series on Zero to Hero, and Nick has been riding for about 3 weeks now. And Nick, welcome to the channel. Thanks for your time, buddy.
Thank you.
And how's the last 3 weeks been?
Well, it's been good. Just been learning more about the bike. So I just want to be a little bit more adventurous. We're going to come up here to the mountains where we are, about an hour and a half away from Madrid, and we're going to learn some cornering. Want to learn a little bit more endurance. Yep. Because I've been doing short hills and short rides, so this will be good to do a little bit of a longer ride.
Yep. So in the last 3 weeks, Nick was saying that he's bought himself a Garmin. He's actually lost 5 kilos. He's been riding, you said, about 150 Ks a week, roughly, which is amazing. And you know, the myth that e-bikes aren't going to get you fit is out the window. So today we're going to have our second lesson. What do you want to get out of it?
Well, I think cornering would be one of the ones that I'm still feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Hey, go rider.
Just learning to go down a mountain, brake a little bit less, and get the corners a little bit with more confidence. I'm just lacking that at the moment.
Yeah, so a little bit more about La Panilla. We've got blue runs, green runs, red runs, black runs. It's kind of like skiing. You know, a lot of people get a bit intimidated by these bike parks. But the thing you should know is that they're for everyone, and your skill level is there to be able to, I think, tackle especially the blue runs and maybe the green runs and maybe the red runs, see how we go.
See how we go.
And I definitely think what you're saying about braking, cornering, and we also might teach you not to jump, but how to put your body in the position if you hit something too fast and your body already goes into a jump. And the mission is, Nick, to not go to hospital and to stay safe and to have fun.
Yep.
So let's get to it. All right, riders, so Nick's first day out on the bike park, and we're just teaching how to enter and exit corners and hitting them at the right speed. We've done about 4 downhills so far. So what we want to do is we want to come up high and lean in as we come around the corner. Keep those pedals at 9 and 3. We don't want to clip a pedal. And you want to make sure you're coming in at the right speed. Don't go in too fast, and definitely don't go in too fast, but don't try and break in the corner. So we're going to come up wide here and then down. Head leads, your body will follow. When we hit braking bumps, Nick's ex-karate, so I was kind of explaining it, you want your stance really firm when you hit braking bumps. You want to demand that the bike doesn't move around under your feet. So really get into that race position, push down on the pedals, braking bumps, race position. Okay, we're coming into, so we come up high, head down, around that corner. Okay, so we come in high, head in, and all the way around that corner into an S, same thing. Be tethered on the brakes, but don't ride those brakes, and definitely don't pull them too hard in the corner. Up high, down, head around into that corner and all the way through. So basically, riders and Nick, this is a hairpin corner here. So we want to set up, as for me, you can see the race line. If you come, you can see how it's a little bit lighter here. So basically you want to come in, you want to brake and set your body first. You want to brake and come into the corner, come up high, lean with your head into the corner, turn those bars a little bit, hold your line high and stay up high on the berm all the way until you get to the flat section here. You know, I see a lot of people coming in and they won't set up properly for the corner and they'll come straight in here, and then they're pretty much trying to turn a right angle. On any type of hairpin like this, there's always going to be braking bumps, and braking bumps are when you get, like, you know, a couple of sort of divots in the ground where people are freaking out, hitting those brakes hard, the back wheel's just digging in holes. And when you get that, you know, Nick is an ex-karate guy, and I was kind of explaining it, it's like that really solid stance. So when you're in a race position, really put your butt out and really own your space on the bike. So you need to demand to the bike to stay still and you own that section. Like, bike really does bounce around, and if you don't get into that position and hold that stance, you know, your feet will move and you're not going to set up for the corner properly. And one more thing, don't heavily brake with the front into the corner. You want to brake, you want to know your speed, and you want to brake on the braking bumps, or ideally a little bit before the braking bumps. And then in the corner, you want to be tethered on the brakes. So you want to be in that ready position, but you don't want to pull them. If anything, pull a little bit of the back. But if you pull too much of the back, it will slide out. And if you pull too much of the front, it will slide out as well. So, and one thing else, move the head, the body will follow. So now we're going to do it a little bit slower just to see. So basically, we see the corner, we set up, race position, come in nice and high, round that corner, follow your head through. So we're going to do it reasonably fast to see how we line up. And the faster you go, unfortunately, is the more gravity will hold you to those berms. So we come in, we set it up wide, brake before the corner. Come in nice and wide, hold it, and out. Now we're following Nick. I'll give you a few instructions, but he's doing really well. That's right, bring it in nice and high, head down, push into that corner. Just try and bring that weight forward just a little bit on the front wheel. Just try and bring it up a bit higher, Nick, on that berm. That's it, that's it. Now you're surfing. Barely keep up with it. Fine. Got some braking bumps, bring it up nice and high, that's it, perfect. Perfect. Nice and high. Perfect form, perfect. Oh mate, that was the perfect line right there. Great work. You know, riders, it's a pretty hard thing to explain how to hit into corners. You definitely need to bring your weight forward onto that front wheel at the start and then kind of lean back at the end. As I said, practice makes perfect. We've done a little bit of air time. We've done nice. Done 4 or 5 downhills now. Nick has had 2 crashes, but he's wearing all the right protection gear and he's fine. We're going to go have a nice lunch, maybe a little beer, and head off for the next afternoon.
Riders, this is me riding the Decoy 29 on a black run. Had a lot of fun. I just wanted to add a few extra things in. When you're starting out at a bike park, maybe ask the locals on which is the easiest track and also the least busiest track. Try and find a quiet track, and I would say for the morning, just stay on that track. Might be a little bit repetitive, but on the first and second downhill, just keep it really slow. Maybe even walk a little bit just to check the lines, understand the speed that you should be carrying through these corners. And then as the morning progresses, just speed it up a little bit. And also, when we're talking about pedal position, a few people on the channel said, shouldn't you be more, when you're turning into the corner, your inside pedal is down? Look, that's true, and it's probably, you're going to get your weight more on the inside. But at the same time, if you don't change your pedals back to 9 and 3 as you come out of the corner, you have a chance of collecting that pedal on the edge of the ground. And if that happens, you're probably going to crash. So while you're learning the first couple of weeks, just keep them at 3 and 9, keep it safe. And as you progress and feel more confident, you can start dropping that pedal down.
All right, so we finished the day. How'd you go, Nick?
Good, good. Unbelievable, actually.
When you started the day, you seemed a little bit nervous, but you did see that, you know, like, these trails are for everyone. And so tell me, like, you had 2 crashes, little crashes, but you did well. So what did you learn?
Well, they weren't, they were just little stumbles.
Yep.
Little stumbles where I was just trying to push myself corner a little bit better, get into those, what we were showing before. getting to that corner and using a little bit of my body.
Yep.
But sometimes when you get a little bit of bumps and you get a little bit nervous, I was pressing on the front brake, and that's where I did fall over. But by the end of the day, I was just starting to get a little bit more into the groove. But it's just being consistent, I think, and coming up and just practice.
So basically, Nick got the chance to ride the 29 and the 27 because I was doing back-to-back testing. Nick, how did you find the 29?
For me, because I'm still learning, for me, I felt that the 29 was a little bit too high for me. I felt top heavy.
Yep.
But the 20, when I got back onto the 27, I just felt back at home almost.
Yeah.
So it was almost a good thing to go on to a different bike and try. But once I got back on the 27, I was back at home.
Definitely.
And then I started to really enjoy the bike again, almost like you took away
your pleasure.
my pleasure.
Yeah, definitely.
I really enjoyed the 27 again. And like I said, during the end of the day, I was getting into the corners, getting lower, getting that what we were showing in the earlier part of the video, getting into the corners a little bit better. And
pushing in with your head and
pushing with my head and stuff. So I was just starting to enjoy the day a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's a shame the day finished, but we'll have to go again next week or the week after.
Oh no, definitely. And I personally think Nick did a really good job. He, as we said before in the videos, he does have a little bit animal in him. He did have 2 crashes, but he was wearing all the right protection gear, and you're completely fine.
Yep.
And you got to break some eggs to make an omelette. And it's kind of what I think. Maybe he was on more over the edge for me than I would have liked. But I do feel a little bit like a grandma sometimes when I'm helping people learn, because I don't want people to get hurt. But he definitely did a good job. Nick, congratulations, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you so much.
You survived the bike park, and I think you did a great job. And riders, if you have any questions out there for Nick and myself, we will continue the series on 0 to Hero. I would say out of 10, he's about a 4 at the moment. What do you guys reckon? Riders, thank you so much for following. If you have not subscribed to the channel, and stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week.